Hello again. This is another episode of Stupidity Cast with two different characters sitting at a desk. This time I got two more of my good friends. So I got my friend Will.
Hey,
Like, say hi.
how's it going?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that sounds like Will. And then
Yeah.
and then I got my friend James.
Yo,
James, how you doing?
what's up?
Good times. So these are another two friends that were chilling in quarantine that got nothing to do, so
yeah,
we're doing this.
stuck in the house forever. It's
Oh my god.
I always thought it'd be pretty nice just to chill at home for like days, and now that I'm doing it, I'm realizing it's actually not that fun. Like, you'd think you'd just be able to hang out on the couch all day, but the problem is there's nothing on because everything is closed. You can't Uber Eats anything because, again, everything is closed, and it's just not a fun time because it's like, before you had the option to go places, now you're forced to stay home, and it's like, but I don't want to stay home. So,
Okay,
yeah.
can we just talk about how awkward it is FaceTiming like teachers too?
Oh my god.
Oh my god, yeah.
The whole thing's awkward because you finish and you're
Yeah.
like, oh, I'm in B period right now.
Yeah.
But it's like, am I though? Like,
I mean, and it's weird because it's like you hop from class to class, and sometimes teachers will give you something, and you're like, how am I supposed to do this? And they're like, oh, don't worry, you can finish it for homework. And I'm like, but why?
Yeah.
Why can't you just give
I
us
don't know.
less things to do? Like,
it's like a snow day, but they're not giving you assignments to pass it as a day.
It's like-
They're trying to give you so much just of school.
I mean, yeah,
And
and
it's-
at some points it has to be good because like at sometimes you have to actually like teach something new, but sometimes it's just like a freaking worksheet, and you're like, why?
Oh yeah. For like 2 weeks, yeah, they can't teach you the same things for 2 weeks straight like a snow day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like snow day, Groundhog Day almost. It's just the
Yeah,
same
me
thing.
and me and James have an Italian together, and yeah, the first day yesterday,
Yeah.
she called us and stuff, and it was just
Oh.
the weirdest
Yeah.
situation.
Most of my teachers called me either yesterday or today, just to talk, except for one who apparently we're gonna do work all throughout the week, and then on Friday she's gonna FaceTime us and ask us how we're doing. Which is, I feel like it's kind of a stupid thing because if we're not getting it on Monday and Tuesday, by the time Thursday rolls around, we're gonna like figure something out. So like, I don't know. It's
Yeah.
weird.
I got 3 calls tomorrow with teachers.
I have. Well, what one of my teachers does, he gives us work Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday. I mean, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And he talks about it Tuesday and Thursday. So I did the work on Monday. Then I was talking to him on Tuesday. And then he kind of just explained it. I was like, oh, all right. And I forgot it again. Because it was like the first period in the morning. And I'm like half awake.
Yeah,
And I'm like,
well, you're in band, right?
I'm also in band. Yeah, so wacky
Yeah.
thing about band is, so our teacher will call us first thing, like, he'll send us reminders, so, like, I'll be halfway through B period, because I'm C period, and he's like, 30 minutes till FaceTime, and I'm like, thanks for reminding me. Then we get on the FaceTime, and we talk a little bit, then he's pretty much, alright, so you're gonna bust out your instrument, and you're either gonna, like, we have an assignment on, like, a different platform that we have to play for him, so you either do that, and we play for him then, or we do something else. Like Monday we did this thing where he played the different things, like modifications. We had to guess the note interval, like Jaws is a minor second, it's like Donna, it's the space between the two notes,
Yeah.
and it's really weird hearing it over a thing, because normally it's do on a piece of paper and you sing right there on the keyboard, but you're getting the reverb back, and you're trying to do it, and you know what's great about mine is mine crashed right after. He played, like, there's like 15 different ones, and 5 of them you have to listen. He played the 5, he's like, alright, finish it up, it turned in by the end of class. End of the session, I went to do it, and my thing crashed, and I was like, great. So I had to guess. I had to guess on those 5, because I couldn't remember what I put. And I ended up getting a 10 out of 15, because my thing crashed. And I had it all done. Freaking go back to it.
Me and
Crash.
James are in gym.
Yeah.
Oh.
Right, yeah, James, you're in gym, right?
Yeah.
Have you done any of the assignments
I
yet?
just did. I logged in my first like workout on that app she gave us today, and let me tell you, it wasn't fun.
What?
Yeah.
What a work.
They give you, our gym teacher, she gave us an app.
Yeah.
Well, I think
What's the app called?
It's like PT
a bunch,
something 4L.
it's like a bunch of letters and numbers. It's almost sketchy.
It's
like
it's like
it's
the person just was too busy lifting to bother actually giving it a name. He just slapped the keyboard and he's like, yeah, that will do. Back to bench pressing. Let's go, boys.
You could tell it was a jock who made it because they're like, oh, I can't, like, they have no time to think of any creative names. They're like, P4W exclamation mark.
They were like in the middle
Batman
of a bench press. They just slapped the keyboard and hit send.
Yeah, that's probably what happened.
But yeah, I haven't even started it yet because it's like 3 times a week. So obviously I haven't until Wednesday, and I do Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and I'm just not looking forward to it.
Yeah,
I mean, like, does she assign it, and then like how do you prove that you did it? Like, do you have to send yourself a recording of just like vibing out on a work machine?
She wants us to take a picture or a video of ourselves doing something and then submit that to Google Classroom. And then apparently, like, the app, it like tracks how long you're on it for, and you have to be on for like a certain amount of time or something like that.
Just turn it on during lunchtime and eat a sandwich while it's running. Like,
yeah.
I trust that the app actually does that, but it's so funny when teachers try to convince you, like, oh, Google Classroom has a function now, it's like turnitin.com, where it can track all the words that you're saying and it compares it to everyone else's, like that Turnitin does.
I know for my band, what happens is that it actually tells you. And so at the beginning I remember the end of fourth quarter, the first quarter, not fourth. Beginning of the end of the first quarter, he went through and he's talking about how the sophomores compared to the freshmen, how long they spend on their homework and who spent the longest like per night, because it's like,
well, that you can tell.
Well, yes, yeah. And even
if it's Google Classroom, like, if you're submitting how long you're doing it, then yeah, that's comparable. But I'm saying, like, you have a homework assignment and it's labeled like 1 through 10, and you're on your own doc, you're formatting it your own way, and the teachers still claim that they can compare 2 different things and be like, oh, you plagiarized that exactly. It's like, that's impossible to tell. I can probably write like a giant paragraph of something and have it so formatted completely differently, but and then someone else can hand in a doc that's formatted in a totally different way, like mine could be bulleted rather than numbered, or mine could be in complete sentences rather than not.
Yeah.
And I guarantee there's no way they can tell. Because you're not submitting it through Google Classroom. Google Classroom can just check up on it. But you're submitting it through a separate doc. I guarantee they can't check that.
I mean, my thing is that I feel like, especially for things like math, and like when they give you a sheet and they say fill out the answers, if you have the same answers as someone, well, maybe you both do the worksheet correctly. I mean, like, unless it's like open-ended questions and 2 people have the exact same answers, there's no way you can say you guys have the same answers. You got everything right. Well, yeah, no, shoot, we're supposed to get everything right. We did the work, and we probably both looked it up on the internet, wrote down the first thing we saw, and then put it on the paper. Like, it doesn't mean we cheated off each other.
Yeah. And in our American Lit class, James and I, we have to watch. She gives us an assignment due Wednesday, and then we have to watch a movie, and then we have to write an essay on the movie. But we still don't know when the essay's due. Or do we?
No, she hasn't given it like a due date on it yet. But we literally just had a presentation and an essay due last week. Like, I don't get it.
That sucked. Like, for my history class, what we did is yesterday she said, turn in this list of vocab words. It was easy. And then today she's like, watch this YouTube video, and there's questions to go along with it. And I finished it within the time period. It wasn't hard. It was, you just had to pay attention. And, like, I understand that, like, we're learning. She's pushing forward through videos. Like, that's fine. I understand that. But, like, when you, like, one of my teachers, he has, like, something due Sunday. I haven't even looked at it. Apparently, it's like a paper. And I'm like, why? Why are you...
And some teachers just try way too hard. Like, again, our American Lit teacher, she sends us, like, I think leading up to it, she sent us, like, 10 or 12 emails,
She posts stuff every day at, 4 a.m.
Well, the thing...
She posts us, even sometimes we get, 2 notifications for the same email. Like, she thinks, oh, I don't know if it's sent or not. I'm not gonna check, I'm just gonna send it again. In our stream, there's duplicates of messages. There's messages that are just restating what she said yesterday. It's like... we get that you're trying to like keep us up with this sort of thing.
It's
but,
like she's leaving an extra long paper trail.
Yeah, unlike my New Testament teacher, who literally just posted assignment, we do it in maybe 10, 15 minutes, and that's it. Like,
well, that's
probably
my New Testament teacher is the same. He's like, all right, listen, you're gonna do this, you're gonna watch this, you have this to do today. It's due at 7:00, so you stuck up on another thing, you have something longer, finish mine at the end. It's fine. I understand. It's like homework almost. So, yeah, enjoy. If you have any questions, post in the chat. It's like my math teacher. Then my English teacher, she's like, she posts a lot of stuff. Some of it makes sense, and some things she's just like stocking up for the future. So it's not. I just get emails on Google having that she posted something, but it's like due next week. She hasn't even talked about it yet, but it makes sense because it's like, you know, she's just putting stuff up there just because she has extra time, but she's not like, by the way, this is due next week, so you probably should get started on it. She's like, I don't care.
Also, not to go off topic or anything, but we have to watch the movie Dead Poet Society in American Lit.
Dead Poet Society?
Yeah, it actually has Robin Williams in it, which I had no idea.
Ooh.
But what?
It already seems pretty interesting. Love Robin Williams.
But yeah, it's like, again, not to get off topic, but it's like whenever you watch a movie in school, it's always kind of like, it's so unrewarding.
Yeah.
Because there's no taking. You don't leave the classroom being like, I love that movie. You leave the classroom going, what's next?
Well,
like,
especially when she starts handing out sheets and be like, make sure you pay attention because there's going to be a quiz on this after this, or make sure to fill out the paper, and you're like, shut up. I just want to watch the movie.
But it's like, yeah. When I go to the movies, it's like, I expect to be like, alright, I'm going to shut off my brain for 2 hours and just watch the story play out. But when I'm in school, it's like, okay, I'm going to watch 30 minutes of this at a time every single day. Like,
yeah, it kind of like ruins the experience of it.
Well, oh, yeah, 100%.
I mean, I guess, and it's kind of also kind of like a weird, because you're kind of sitting there next to your things and your teacher's watching over you, but we watched Saving Private Ryan in history, and that was actually really good. I enjoyed that a lot. It was kind of fun. It was. But again, I still can't get. I still wouldn't be able to get the full experience from that because I know that it's a good movie. I've seen bits and pieces of it. I should watch the whole thing. Well, yeah. But again, I feel like it would be like, okay, now we're gonna watch the movie. Like, I'm sitting at my desk watching this movie. It's like, okay, I could be doing 500 other things right now. Well, that's the other
thing. But again,
is it's like, yeah, but at the same time, it's kind of nice. I mean, if it's a bad movie and it sucks, you're just like, all right, what the heck is this? But if it's a good movie, I don't mind it per se. I'd rather.
That's another thing too. They try to cram a meaning of the movie or like whatever we're reading. They try to cram like a meaning down your throat. It's like
that's what I dislike the most. Like, what was the meaning that the movie's trying to get across?
What was the meaning? What was the context of this? And you're like, I don't care. I'm supposed to be watching the movie.
I don't care.
It's Saving Private Ryan. There's no story there is a story, but it's like it's mainly
that's why action movies are so great.
Yeah.
You can't expect to put on like freaking Infinity War in front of me and being like, oh, the deeper meaning of that is failure. Like everybody loses something, you have to sacrifice to get the thing.
No, I just want.
It's like I don't care, dude. I just watched a man.
I just want to
like
see explosions. Come on.
Yeah, I watched a man in a giant suit try to go against a giant purple dude and just fight for 30 minutes. Like,
imagine trying to describe Infinity War to a blind person. So basically, you got this man in iron, right? He's red and yellow. What's red and yellow?
There's always those like memes. There's always the memes that are like, oh, deaf people like watching movies. It's like, oh, like quiet noise or like strange whisper or like bang sound, and like they expect the person to be like, oh.
No, it's like a scary movie reads in braille. It's like jump scare, and then like the person in the chair like jumps back while reading the braille of it.
Jump scare.
Jump scare. Like there's a bunch of
the delayed movies that have been going on.
Oh yeah, James facts.
Wait, what?
Wait, James, say it again.
Can we like discuss for this like a few minutes about all the canceled movies that are coming out because of the coronavirus?
Yeah. So I feel like Sonic was put in a really good spot because they got it right before the coronavirus hit, so everyone went to see it. And then
but like for movies like Black Widow and stuff, it's like that movie's done. Like they're doing promotional now.
Yeah, it just got canceled. It just got delayed like a few hours ago.
Yeah, which sucks because we haven't gotten a new Marvel movie since Spider-Man Far From Home, which was July of last year. That's way too much time for a company that lets out 4 to 3 movies a year.
Well, I mean,
and then you're gonna delay it even more. It's like, yeah, I get it. People aren't gonna go out and go see this movie.
I feel like
but I'm
the
still pissed
problem
off.
was that they're releasing a lot, and then Infinity War and Endgame came, and like now they're trying to start the new era of like superheroes, and like I feel they're trying to figure out which way to go with all of this.
But it's like imagine a teacher being like, hey, I'm gonna give you a cookie I'm gonna give you a cookie next week, and it's like, hell yeah, I've been so good, I deserve this cookie. And then she's about to give you the cookie next week, but then a fight breaks out outside. So now the teacher's running to go stop the fight outside, so she's not giving you the cookie anymore.
Yeah.
It's like, damn it, I've waited so long for this damn cookie, and now this other thing's ruining it. It's like, sure, I can't stop the fight from happening, because if I do, I'm gonna get beat up, aka dying of coronavirus. But like, I still want my
They
damn
get
cookie.
beat up the coronavirus just outside. Like,
Did you hear about
just
did you hear about like I think it was The Invisible Man and a couple other movies are being taken out of theaters, and they're going to be on demand by Friday.
Yeah, stuff like Birds of Prey is getting
Yeah.
digitally released like a month ahead of time.
yeah,
Which
and,
also I get because that movie.
I heard of Frozen 2.
Frozen 2 is already going on Disney
Yeah,
Plus.
they're going on Disney Plus. So, like, if you pay us money, you can see Frozen 2 early. Don't thank us. It's like,
Which is like.
no need to thank me. Pay for our service and you get Frozen 2.
I don't want to talk about Frozen 2 again. We talked about Frozen 2 in the last episode.
Oh, really?
I didn't watch the whole episode 3 yet. So.
Yeah, but it sucks so bad. Not only when it comes to freaking like, oh, the theaters aren't releasing it. Like, I get that they gotta make money, and they can't make money if they released it into theaters where nobody's gonna show up. Let alone people. What's it called? The state's already saying like, hey, you're not allowed to go to bars, movie theaters, this and that anymore.
I was
like, closing stuff down.
I was talking, and I think like most like restaurants are either carry in or not carry in, pick up or deliver out. Like, most people don't even have restaurants that are like open to the public. It's like insane.
They have
It's
sort of like
like-
the new rule: can't have more than 50 people in one spot or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My dad's like losing his freaking stuff right now, cause like he has some friends in Italy, and like he's hearing how bad it is there, and like he's completely freaking out. Like my mom went to the grocery store like 2 days ago, because we were like low on groceries, right? She came back and my dad was like freaking out because he was afraid that we might get corona and stuff if we hung out with her. And my mom's like, what? Like, I washed my hands as soon as I came in, but he was still like freaking out. Like, he doesn't want like anyone near him, anyone near his house or anything. So I'm just like hanging out at my mom's house. It's like really weird.
But then, also when it comes to like movies and stuff, they're also delaying production.
Well, yeah, because
because of, again, you're not gonna have
you have to
a million set guys and actors all in the same
one
room.
person,
especially actors, because an actor gets the virus, and all of a sudden you're like, oh god, who's gonna take like Idris Elba?
Yeah, Idris Elba
just confirmed getting it. That's the guy, for those who don't know, who played Heimdall in all the Thor movies. He played the bad guy in Hobbs and Shaw. He's probably in a bunch of other stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, he just tested positive for coronavirus, and then Tom Hanks was like, last week or something.
Mm-hmm.
It's like
He's in quarantine.
people only start caring, when this person gets it or that person gets it. But it sucks because now you're like, okay, it's nobody around.
The entire thing is
yeah, you're not hearing like, oh, Tony down the street got it, or like your best friend got it or something. It's like okay, it's spreading to people. Okay, that's one step. Now it's people that you've heard of. Next thing you know, it's gonna be people that you know.
Well,
Next
I
thing you
mean,
know,
it's like, well, I feel like
That's
also
the
the panic
process.
is it's like they're like rich and famous. Like, let's say since we're already talking about like Scarlett Johansson, like if someone like that gets it, then like, oh, she's like rich and famous. If she got it, that means I have a much likely higher getting it.
There's that too.
It's like,
and then also,
if they get it, someone like that, like rich and famous, can get it.
You're thinking selfishly, but then again, it's like, oh, if Tom Holland is recording the next Spider-Man movie, and freaking Corona's going around and he gets it, then it's like, oh boy, well guess what? No more Spider-Man movie because Tom Holland's in the hospital for freaking years.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, so I think the most, well, I guess well-known production shutdown they had was the Batman movie on 2 weeks of cancellation.
And they just released the first trailer.
Yeah.
And they're showing set photos, and now they're like, oh, set's kind of closed down now.
Wait, which movie?
The new Batman
They're
movie.
making a new Batman movie.
Oh, I haven't heard about that one yet. And that's
I mean, I was interested, but I mean, they're kind of just fishing for money at this point.
Well, I mean, this is the thing is everything's getting put on hold, and it's like, how long can we get put on hold before businesses start closing because they run out of money? Like, I know someone who's an occupational therapist, and she works in the schools, right? She's like pretty much now they're telling her, oh, you have to do online, so she's like calling up all these families and telling them like, oh, you have to do this with your kid, that with your kid, and stuff. But some of the families like, oh, our kid's not here, he's at another kid's house. Oh, I have other kids over, I can't do it. So they think about just like not doing it, like kind of not paying them for a couple weeks because of that.
That was the thing I was gonna mention earlier. It's like, it's not like it's a break. Like you're home for the weekend and you can go out and do anything. You're just in your home.
Well, I
so
mean,
it's like, oh, I'm home.
other
I'm home.
thing
I
is,
can do
I
anything
don't know
I
if
want.
you guys
But
heard
it's
this,
like, no, you
but
can.
Governor Lamont, he pretty much said, for families who need it, we're lowering costs of not play dates, but what's it called? Freaking summer camps and things like that. Which is the stupidest thing. They're saying, oh yeah,
I was gonna say,
it's less, like they're saying for people in need, who like parents are working or something, you can send your kid to a summer camp, it costs less. And I'm like, that was the reason the school.
Why would you send your kid to summer camp?
The problem is like they can't, the government can't do anything if the groups are small enough. What I'm saying is like kids are going out, they're going in other kids' houses, they're not staying in, they're not getting like quarantined. That's the whole point, to stop the spread of it. People are going everywhere, they're sending their kids to summer camps because they don't want to deal with them. It's this whole thing, it's like they're treating it as kind of a vacation. It's not a vacation, it's a serious thing. And kids, like,
yeah,
parents,
but you always hear
families,
it's like, there's too much of it, like it's bigger than you think, or the news is hyping it up, and then there's people that are like, no, the news is telling the truth, and then it's like,
well, I mean, like, I feel like the news is not only, I feel like it's hyping it up a little bit, but I also feel like there is some danger in it because people have died from it, and with the right care, people can survive. But it's like, if you get in the U.S., like, people in the U.S., some people in the U.S. are stupid. Like, I read this thing about 2 people who their like aunt had the virus or something, and they broke quarantine to go to like a school dance or something. Like,
I
heard about that.
the U.S. is never gonna get better if we don't like mandatorily like shut down, like, and it's not like we can force people inside their homes because they're still gonna need food and stuff. But like, I'm wondering like how long before like things happen, because if we close everything, if the stores are closed, we can't stay in our houses forever. Businesses are losing a bunch of money. Like, everything's kind of put on a standstill, but at the same time we're still losing money. No one's making money. We're all losing money. We're all having to pay taxes. We're all having to buy food. But at the same time, some of us can't even, like, some people can't do their jobs, like janitors, people like that. They can't go to work. They're losing money. They're just kind of sitting home. They can't work. They can't do anything. They can't even, like, try and do street jobs. Like, nothing's available. We're all just sitting here, waiting and kind of hoping. But there's not, there's nothing, like, we can really do. There's nothing, like, really powerful.
Yeah. Alright. We're getting too serious here. I had a fun game planned that I think I want to do now. Since we have like maybe 6 minutes left.
Yeah.
So, when me and Christian were coming up with ideas for like the different stuff we want to do, one of the ideas that we came up was the expert, which is basically we say something and we ask a person or like a certain amount of people something, and they have to pretend to be experts on it. But the thing is, they don't have to be like, oh, I think it's like this. Like, they have to be 100% confident about what they're saying, even if it's 100% not true.
They just have to act like it's true. Like they have to just pretend.
Oh, I do that anyway.
That's me in math class like every single day. What are you talking about, man?
So I had a fun. One of the ideas was we were gonna do it about movies.
Yeah.
So what I did was I went to IMDb
Oh my god.
and I sorted in the worst 100 rated movies
Jesus.
of all time.
Oh.
So there's
And
no
the
way
number-
we know any of these.
Oh yeah, of course. And the number 2 is called Super Babies: Baby Geniuses 2. So I can't tell if this is a sequel or not because it seems like Super Babies is the main title.
Well, of course it
But
is. Yeah.
then the colon
Obviously.
is supposed to be like the subtitle, so it's like Star Wars Episode 2, The Attack of the Clones. Like it's Star Wars 2, and the subtitle is Attack of the Clones. This is Super Babies, but then the subtitle has the sequel number in it. So already starting off, this is not a good movie,
Well, I
and
feel
I've
like,
just read
you know,
the title.
Super Baby is probably the over-encompassing
Oh my, shut
brand.
up. Okay.
And then Super Babies 2 is probably the actual movie itself. It's letting the viewer know that it's the second one. Because they probably might have... they
Oh,
might also
are you
have a
pretending?
TV
Are you
show.
already pretending to be a genius on this?
I am a genius on this. What are you talking about?
Damn it.
Whose phone is going off in the background?
That was mine. I just hung up on somebody random. Anyway, so
Smooth.
okay,
It's like your mom. She's like,
I'm gonna.
I
alright,
need help.
So I'm gonna read the description of this, and all right, I want to start with James.
Oh.
'cause-
Alright.
And then, all right. So here's the description: a group of smart talking toddlers find themselves at the center of the media Mongols experiment to crack the code of baby talk. The toddlers must race against time for the sake of babies everywhere. Now, James, you've seen this movie countless times, hasn't
Can
you?
I-
I
cocaine-filled
I
movie
have
is
seen this
this?
countless times.
So I wanna say like what's the main character like is he the main character a baby or is he like
The-
baby simp like
The main character it is a baby. It's actually what inspired the plot for that anime movie that came out a couple years ago called Boss Baby.
oh
Yeah, and it starts off by you like see him being abandoned as an infant, and he gets dropped off at this really like rough household.
yeah
How
it says
rough? Are we talking
here
like sandpaper level to rough, or are they like?
Oh, we're talking like beyond sandpaper right now. Like
Ooh.
it's terrible.
now it says here that they're finding that the center of experiment to crack the code of baby talk. Can you explain that a little bit more?
Oh,
Like, what are they trying to mean by baby talk?
oh yeah.
I feel like baby
there's-
talk's a very self-explanatory word there, Josh.
I'm just trying to get the scoop.
Yeah, so it actually turns out that the baby was actually a Russian spy,
Oh,
and
What a plot twist! Oh my god.
and he the family he gets dropped off at finds out, and they try to like force out what he's trying to say, but he can only talk like baby talk. So the family has to try to learn baby talk to understand what the baby's trying to say.
oh, so he knows like information.
Yeah, he does. Yeah.
Is it like a hit job or like what are we talking here?
This sounds like a complete ripoff of Boss Baby. Oh my god. I mean, Boss
Yeah,
Baby completely ripped this
so
off.
The baby was a Russian spy that got stolen by a good American person, and then the good American person got killed, which is why he ended up on like a doorstep. So
You're saying that he was a Russian that got stolen by an American because he knew the baby knew information.
Yeah.
But the baby's trying to tell him the information, but he can't because he only speaks in baby talk.
yeah, pretty self-explanatory.
Interesting.
This is better than
So,
Boss Baby. Holy cow.
So they're trying to figure it out, right? That's what the experiments are talking about.
Yeah.
Now they're racing against time for the sake of babies everywhere. Like what's on the line here exactly?
Oh, a bit of spoiler if you guys haven't seen it.
It's fine. No, it doesn't matter.
Nuclear warfare.
About halfway through the movie, they figure out that the baby's trying to tell them that Russia's building a hydrogen bomb to eliminate all of the babies on the planet.
Wow.
So that's what
Wouldn't
the
that be a
against
gene
happens.
bomb, technically? Because it's eliminating one source of... Okay,
I don't think we're allowed to think too much into this.
Alright,
Yeah.
okay, I won't think too much into this.
Now, also, I'm seeing in the picture here. This was released in 2004, by the way, so crystal clear CGI.
Oh my
This baby has electricity that is green coming out of his fists. Is that his only power? Can you? I'm being 100%
I'm trying to
serious. I'm
imagine
looking
this
at
in
the
my
IMDb
head, and I
right now.
legitimately just can't.
So
What
is
is
this his only power? Does he have more than one power?
Actually,
The Russians do this poor baby.
that's actually a clip that happens towards the end of the movie. Once the hydrogen bomb starts like to go off, it starts affecting the babies. But luckily, they shut it off right before he's able to like turn fully electricity green and stuff.
Oh.
Yeah, so they kind of like clickbaited you with the poster there.
So you're saying that is this a lead-in for the third one?
There's actually 5 of them.
Oh wow.
Oh wow.
Who would have thought?
Yeah.
Who would have thought?
And
Oh my
they're doing a
gosh.
reboot next year, so guys.
Oh, look out for
So
that,
since,
guys.
since we're getting into the podcast, how does the movie end? Is there a good resolution? Like, does he resolve any conflicts? Like, how?
It kind of ends on a downer. The Russian baby ends up dying at the end, but
Oh my goodness.
but he saved all the other ones, and all the other babies in the world form an alliance against the evil Russians, and that's what leads into the sequel.
What is
Wow.
this? The babies versus Russia Cold War?
Truly inspiring. I recommend it. Super Babies 2. Or no, sorry, Super Babies : Genius Babies 2. 1.9 out of 10 on Rotten Tomatoes, or not Rotten Tomatoes, on IMDb. That would be a 19% Rotten Tomatoes.
Jesus.
Honestly, you guys should go check it out. From what I've heard from the expert here, who's seen it many times, James,
Yeah.
I guess it's a really good movie. So I guess I'm gonna have to check that out.
Oh, you
And
have
speaking
to.
of check that out, you guys should check out the last episode of Stupidity Cast because we're gonna have to let this one go. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you, James, for being on. Thank you, Will, for being on.
Yeah.
You guys are great. This is episode 2 of our quarantine podcast series.
Yeah, rebooting the series.
Yeah, because we're bored in quarantine.
We're bored in quarantine. We're stuck inside a jail. Help let us out.
Basically. Alright, guys. So this is the part where I say 3, 2, 1, and then when I'm done, you guys end it. So I'm going to count you guys down, then you end the thing. 3, 2, 1.